Time for a feels thread, ya beautiful bastards. Be me, 10 years old when a group of cops show up at my house. Babysitters freaking out. They're here for me. Mom and dad are dead. My life ended at 10 fucking years old because of some fucking asshat with a .2 BAC. My uncle picks me up the next day, moved to his place in another state. I feel constantly alone. Don't have friends. No enemies either. I don't even have any bullies. I'm so invisible to the world I might as well be part of the cosmic background radiation. Fast forward 12 years. 22-year-old kissless beta loser struggling with depression. Still living with my uncle. He's a good guy. Tries to point me in good directions. Got me through high school and college. Even helped me land a decent job, though I lost it a week later. Can't fault him for my shitty life. The day after losing my job, he takes me to some sandwich place to try to cheer me up. Food's good. Always eat too much. We get a seat outside. It's a nice day. Random bump on the arm and suddenly I'm drenched in ice water. This is my life now. JPEG. Look up and see 9 out of 10 smoking hot Stacy apologizing emphatically. She's not looking at me. She's apologizing to the air. Seems about right. I don't even react. Even if it wasn't on purpose, I probably deserve it. Multiple servers show up with wads of paper towels. Feel bad for making them work harder than they should have to for a loser like me. Stacy looks mortified. Still apologizing to the air. Looks like she's getting upset. Uncle kicks me under the table. Points at something she's holding. A walking cane. She's blind. Feel even worse. I quickly get up and apologize for ignoring her. She reaches out unexpectedly and takes hold of my arm. The fuck? She apologizes again for dumping her water on me. Reply, I'm used to it. Stupid, stupid, stupid. He smiles warmly. Introduces herself. Her name is Jessica. Uncle offers her a seat. She can't, has to leave. Takes out her purse and pulls something out. Flails for a second and grabs my hand. Her skin feels so nice. Puts something in my palm. It's her card. Tells me to call her and she'll make it up to me. Another Stacy appears, they lock arms. Jessica says goodbye. Sweetly, they leave. Check out the card. It feels weird. Uncle says it's Braille. I don't know Braille. Pocket the card. No way I'm going to call. But it feels good to be treated like a human being by someone other than my uncle for once. Decide to save it for a rope day. A couple of weeks go by and my uncle sits me down with the we need to talk look. Just started a new job. Figure he's going to give me a rally speech. He's a good guy. Greg has a knack for making me feel better. He tells me he took Jessica's card from my room. Tells me he called Jessica. The fuck you do, bitch. JPEG. Get this. He told her Anon's really shy, but if you get to know him, he's a really great guy. Lies and slander. JPEG. Worse yet, they set a dinner date for that fucking night. Panic.exe. Took an hour to calm down. Start to think about my life. Haven't had a date in ever. Fuck it, she's blind. What's the worst that can happen? Take first shower in a week. Put on deodorant. Remember hearing that blind people have super smell. Put on more deodorant. Drive shitty Ford Escort to the restaurant. Same place where she dumped ice water on me. Figures. First contact is pretty awkward. She's even prettier than I remember. 5'9" dark brown hair, 120 pounds, lovely pair of these yoga pants, dadass. She's already ordered, so I just order the house burger. She laughs. Feels Batman. JPEG. Ask what's funny. Tells me she ordered the same thing. Says we already have something in common. Suddenly feel that human connection thing. It's obviously a charity date, but she's pretty and it feels good to smile. Decide to play along and enjoy the feels. Actually put forward some effort. I try to tell some jokes. I'm terrible at telling jokes. She laughs anyway. Kinda feel like crying. Food arrives and I dig in. Food is always good. Then I realize she can hear me eating. I feel gross. Swallow hard and apologize profusely. She just smiles and starts wolfing down on her burger. We are not talking quick little bitch bites with fast chewing. Oh no, we are talking jaw hinges open and a half slaughtered calf enters the gaping maw of toothy hell. This is how I die. JPEG. In pauses between mouthfuls, we start talking. Start to learn a bit more about her. Learn she's a foodie, likes complex and artistic foods and flavors. Learn about her hometown. Small town girl. Learn she has a favorite color. Learn she wasn't always blind. She suddenly looks sad. Quickly change the subject to me. Oh shit nigga, what are you doing? JPEG. Try not to be a loser for once. Tell her about my MBA. Don't tell her it took 3 years to complete a 1 to 2 year degree. Tell her about my job. Don't tell her I basically babysit working teenagers for a living. Tell her about my childhood. Don't tell her about dead parents. As a last ditch, tell her about my uncle. Don't fucking tell her about dead parents. Conversation feels good. Partway into the meal she flails out and grabs my arm. Tells me she's really enjoying herself. Suddenly feel like crying again. The fuck is wrong with me? Before I know it, it's time to go. Too soon. PNG. She holds out her credit card for the waiter to take. Quietly swap cards for mine. I'm not making a blind girl pay for my dinner. Besides, I know she only came out as an apology. Waiter returns a minute later and hands me my card. Quietly have him hand hers back. I sign and tip on the receipt. Waiter has her sign the customer copy. I expect her to bail and catch a ride any second to go home. Instead she asks me to lead her out. Waiting awkwardly in the parking lot. Expect someone to swing around to pick her up. Any second now. She asks if I forgot where I parked. Realize I'm her ride home. Remember the backseat of my car is filled with garbage. Probably smelly garbage. Remember blind people have heightened sense of smell. Shit fuck. JPEG. I helped Jessica into my car. I'm so nervous I drop my keys twice. Get in, start crappy car and start driving. Hot girl in car. Replaying date in my head, wondering how badly did I fuck this up. Completely distracted. Go on autopilot. Wind up driving home to uncle's house. Turn car around, apologize. Remember Jessica is blind. Explain I went on autopilot and drove to the wrong house. Drive away. Try to make small talk. Start talking about family. About my dead freaking parents. Autopilot car across town to my workplace. Fuck. Apologize again, then explain how I accidentally drove to work. Kill me now. Realize I have no fucking clue where she lives. I've literally been driving for 30 minutes without a destination. Ask her for her address. Go to put address in phone's GPS. My battery's dead. Ask her for directions. Immediately regret asking a blind person for directions. Ask if I can borrow her phone. She hands me a flip phone. Immediately regret asking a blind person to borrow their phone. By this point Jessica is stifling a laugh so hard it's leaking out of her phenomenal ass. Break down laughing. We laugh for a solid 10 minutes. Jessica finally calls a friend for help. Her friend winds up giving us directions over the phone. We laugh all the way back to her apartment. Feeling much better by the time we get there. Feeling good enough about things to walk her up. She takes my arm and I escort her up her steps. Strange pause outside. Out of nowhere she tells me she knows I paid. How? She won't tell me. Instead she puts her hand out and touches my arm. Works her hand up my arm and touches my face. Wonder if she's trying to see me. Nope. Once she finds my face she stands up on her toes and gives me a little kiss on my cheek. Tells me she had fun. Tells me not to make my uncle call next time. Enters her house. I just stand there completely befuddled. There's a next time. Fast forward 2 months. In a case of unparalleled luck I have managed to keep Jessica entertained for 9 consecutive dates. Despite the fact she's totally blind I make an effort to make myself a little more presentable. Join a gym. Start eating better. Buy clothes that actually fit. Shower every day. Focus all my energy on making her happy. Learn a lot about her. For one she likes to cook. For another she has awesome taste in music. Meet her friends, all of whom are pretty cool people. Learn how she lost her sight. All I can say is blunt force trauma. When she was in her teens, she wanted to be a painter. She tells me it hurt for a long time. In the end she chose to live with what she has. She has her family, her friends, and now she has me. Feels good to hear that. Makes me feel bad for being depressed all the time. Still don't feel worthy of her. Makes me feel like crying again. 10th date rolls around. She calls it our 2-month anniversary. Feels good man. JPEG. She's planning a nice dinner at her house. Food is always good. Asks me to come really early. I'm okay. Show up to Jessica's house an hour early as instructed. First time going inside. Nervous as hell, and other than food I don't know what she has planned. Swallow fear and knock. She answers the door in a coat. It's June. Dafuck. Bat. Go in. House smells delicious, but it's pitch black. can't see shit.jpg. She drags me around and pushes me onto what I assume is a couch. Here shuffling cloth. Something hits the floor. Might be dinosaur. Still can't see. After a minute she asks me what I think. Tell her it smells nice in here. She realizes the lights are off. Shit. Hear her walk across the room. Click. Better. Nope. Shit fuck. More walking. Click. Lights go on. She's standing on the other side of the room in red see-through negligee. Holy fucking hot.jpg. Can you see now? Nope. I must have made her walk around her apartment trying light switches for like 15 minutes before admitting the lights were on the whole time. After she got over me ruining her surprise, we relaxed on her sofa. Still can't believe what she's planning. Tells me we have an hour before dinner will be ready. I'm nervous as hell. She looks incredible. Smells amazing. And feels. I'm not good enough for her. Want to tell her she's too good for me. Want to say she deserves so much more than I can ever give her. Want to admit I'm a virgin. She starts murmuring in a sultry voice. Says she's been looking forward to this for weeks. I say nothing. She stands up and pulls me to my feet. Slowly leads me to her bedroom. I do not deserve this blind goddess. Fast forward another 10 months. Jessica and I have been spending a lot of time together. I've grown. I managed to push my credit score high enough to get a decent place of my own. Kinda want to ask her to move in with me. Kinda want to ask her to marry me. Still a sad sack though. I figure I'll have to trick myself into proposing. House is still new. Jessica hasn't been over yet. Need to make it presentable first. Grew up hearing my mom tell me girls like it when boys keep a tidy room. My relationship with Jessica has taught me blind girls require it. Organize like I have OCD. Secure and nail down everything. Duct tape all cords to the wall. Square up all the furniture and eliminate all tripping hazards. Find some nice looking wainscoting capboards with a wide lip on top that doubles as a handrail. Spend 3 days installing wainscoting everywhere. Buy a braille label maker. Braille labels everywhere. Label the inner lip of the rails with directions for getting around the house. Randomly print out "Would you like to live here?" Stick it to the inside lip of random rails throughout the house. Spend all week getting my house presentable for the blind goddess. Finally ready. Invite her over for movie night. I don't own a TV. Show her around the house. Put her hand on the new railings. Start walking around the house. She's impressed. Successkid.jpg. Sliding her hand along the lip. We are moving pretty quickly. She passes over invitation labels several times. Each time she pauses but doesn't stop. Getting a little discouraged. Halfway down the main hall on the way back to the living room she stops. Runs her hand back and forth several times. Starts breathing fast. Reads the strip a few more times. Slowly makes her way to me and leaps into my arms. I did it. A year goes by and I barely notice a single day. Every day that I wake up next to Jessica is the best day of my life. I'm the single happiest man in my own little world that revolves entirely around her. I still know I'm not worthy, but I don't think about it much anymore. I focus every ounce of my effort on making her happy. She deserves everything I can give her and so much more. That effort translates into every facet of my life. The world is a warmer, brighter place. One night Jessica and I are chilling in the living room listening to Harry Potter, her version of casual reading. It's just noise to me. I like to hold Jessica in my lap at night while she reads. I'm just happy to feel her in my arms. Sometime around 8 Jessica excuses herself to use the bathroom. A few minutes later she comes back to the living room with a little paper bag. Not like a grocery bag. A nice bag. The kind you get at a specialty shop. It takes her a few minutes to get back to the couch. I've learned not to help her unless she asks, but waiting to know what's in the bag is killing me. She sits next to me with a very nervous expression. Tension.exe. She asks me if I love her. I emphatically tell her I do. Tell her she's my world. She sits forward and pulls something out of the bag. Clutches it so I can't see what it is. She holds out her fist like she wants to give me something. I go to cup her hands so she knows to let go. Before I can, she suddenly opens her hand, dropping the thing on the floor. Shitballs.jpg. Quickly crouch down and get on the floor. Search desperately for whatever she dropped. Spot a glint of shiny metal. A little gold ring. Pick it up. Look up at Jessica. She's standing over me with her hands outstretched and waiting. Reach out to hand her the ring. Our hands touch. She searches my fingers. Feels the ring. Screams yes. I'm on one knee. This is an engagement band. She tricked me. Fast forward 6 months. Jessica and I are the happiest couple I know. Her friends have become our friends. I have friends now. Feels good. Our friends call me her teddy bear. The girls think we are too cute together. The guys want to cut my dick off and have it bronzed. Okay, one day my uncle comes over for a visit. He hands me a manila envelope, says it's an early wedding present, asks me to open it after he leaves. Jessica is out dress shopping so we chill. At some point he tells me, although he's not my dad he's proud of me, and he knows mom and dad are proud too. That night I opened the envelope with Jessica. It's my mom and dad's wedding photo. Haven't seen it in 14 years. Jessica says she wishes she could see it. Feel everything. 12 years of pain washed away by a single glass of ice water. 2 years of enduring bliss. Tripped at the finish line by a little irony. Tearfully say they would have loved you. Finally start crying. Jessica and I are getting married tomorrow morning. I'm still not worthy of her, but I'm working on it.